Morning, my chiropassion warriors and champions out there to our chiropractic community. Hopefully you guys are having a great morning and you're getting ready, either ready in the morning, you're already at the office, and you like listening to a little video in the morning, get you guys fired up. Hopefully that's what's going on. Hey, listen, I want to share a story with you. Before I do, I'm going to ask you to do something for me, and that is like our videos and make sure you share them. Share them to some groups, share them to some other docs that, you know, hey, maybe they're struggling or need a little extra pep, or maybe some docs that are doing really well but that aren't connected to a good group to grow and make a better version of ourselves. So here's the story. I had this woman, her name was Maria, and her name is Maria, and she was seeing me for care for a while, and she had great care, and she had come in with some health problems, and those health problems resolved, and she was on what I consider to be wellness care. So she was coming in about twice a month to get adjustments. And within a short amount of time of her care, her husband came in. And her husband came in, he had some challenges, some health problems, so he started getting care, and boy, he started doing really well. And then they had two children, so now the mom was coming in and she's wellness care, dad's coming in, he's wellness care, and now the children are coming in and they're coming in for wellness care. So the kids didn't come in because they had a health problem or a health challenge. They came in because I always try to coach you guys and teach you guys, hey, getting adjusted is good for you. So the whole family's coming in. And the mother, after maybe 3 years of getting care in the office, 3 years now, and the dad and the kids, right? And they're doing great, and you know, you end up having a great relationship. You really look forward to seeing them. You know, those patients you just really connect with, you resonate with, and you love seeing them, and they love seeing you, and it was great. And about 3 years in, she ended up having a health crisis with her back, and she ended up having an appointment. It happened to coincide with one of her days. So she ended up having an episode, maybe that was there for 3 or 4 days. I mean, we're not talking about something that's been there for a long time. She ended up having a family doctor appointment. Family doctor, not a bad guy, right? He says, hey, listen, you know, I want to have you further evaluated. Looks like you're in a lot of pain. Let me send you out for some imaging. So sends her out for some imaging, and she then gets an MRI, and then they say, geez, hey, listen, you've got some degenerative change, and you've got some changes with the disc, and I'm going to send you to a surgeon. So they send her to a surgeon, and everyone along the way is like, you know what, I would hold off on going to the chiropractor right now until we know what's going on. You know how we get those comments, right? Would I just laugh? It's like, you know, I would hold off on eating really good right now until we know what's going on. You got heart disease, like don't eat really good right now. You know what I mean? I would hold off on doing any exercise or anything. Don't do anything good for you right now till we find out what's going on. Like, I mean, that's how stupid that is. And I know it makes us all upset. So that's their ignorance. I appreciate that. Our fault, because we didn't educate our community as well. So we need to do a better job. So she stops her adjustments for a couple of weeks. She gives us a call, says, you know, I'm going to put my care on hold just for a couple of weeks. And this is like 20 years ago in practice. So I call her, talk to her about coming in, and again, I'm not as skilled and have the skill set that I have 30 years later that I had, 20 years ago. And all of a sudden, her husband misses his adjustment, and then the kids miss their adjustment, and then within a matter of 6 to 8 weeks, they stop their care. Now, somebody who I've seen every 2 weeks for 3 years, and the husband every 2 weeks for 3 years, and the children every 2 weeks for 3 years, or almost 3 years, right? And I'm taking care of them. They're doing great. They have great benefits. They've given me testimonials. They've done videos about how great chiropractic care is and how it's changed the quality of their life, like everything. And then all of a sudden, they all stop their care. And not only that, they avoid it. You know those people, we've all had them, right? You're calling them, you're texting them, you're emailing them, you're sending them cards, like literally ghost you, like literally do not even respond to anything, which, hurts us because you thought our relationship extended beyond that and all that, right? And it was one of the most significant moments for me. And I take responsibility 100% for it. And it was one of those biggest mistakes and the biggest challenges and the biggest screw-ups? See, what I created was this. I created a familiarity with somebody and a family. And I forgot that my primary job wasn't to be their friend and wasn't to go in there with my personality and learn and listen and talk about their life and all that. As great as those people are, my first job is to be their chiropractor. You see, nobody ever gets it. And that was the lesson I learned 20 years ago, that nobody ever gets it. And even if they get it, even if they're at a point where they kind of get it, and you're like, wow, they really got it, all of a sudden, my conversation isn't about chiropractic. All of a sudden, my conversation isn't about their spine or their nervous system or their health or establishing value each and every time. It became, hey, did you see Bob? Did you see Linda? What do you think about the weather? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? What's going on for Christmas? You know, what are you guys making this afternoon? Who's your favorite football team? All of a sudden, the whole conversation became about something else other than what our job was. So it's no wonder they left, because they lost what I was giving them. They lost because of my fault, my responsibility, my screw up. My biggest mistake was that I started to forget that my primary role, that my primary job was to be their chiropractor. And I wasn't trying to win them over with love or win them over with personality, and I see a lot of practices do that. Listen, if they're coming in for the experience of being around you, you're never going to sustain that relationship. You're never going to be at your best every day. Certain things are going to happen. And all of a sudden someone's going to leave it. Geez, what's the matter? What's going on? All of a sudden, you know, the relationship becomes fractured because their reason for coming in wasn't because their right pelvis goes out of alignment and that affects their bowel, bladder, and uterus. They're coming in because you're this fun, great guy or gal that they like to be around. Now, granted, I want you to be a great guy or gal that they like to be around, but you got to do it within the parameter of being a chiropractor. Your first job, your role is to be their chiropractor first, not their friend. Your first job is to remain relevant. You have to remain relevant and significant in their life and their healthcare, or they're going to leave. They're going to leave. So what was my biggest mistake? I forgot what my primary job was. My biggest mistake was I started to think, well, they got it, so I didn't have to keep talking about chiropractic because they got it. And I forgot that, geez, you know, as a couple of months go on, they get diluted and they forget why they're here, and they lose the sense of value and necessity and the requirement of getting care. So now I have a family 20 years ago who stopped getting care and to this day doesn't get care. And their kids now are grown up, they don't get care. And I know that because I see other people that know them. So now for 20 years, they don't get care because I screwed up, because I made a mistake. You know, when you make that decision at that day, well, I'm never going to do that again, right? I'm never going to get so familiar with somebody that we lose the essence of why we're together in this office. We're here first and foremost. Our relationship right now, our foundation is that I'm your chiropractor taking care of you. Just like if I was your cardiologist or your oncologist or your orthopedic, like what's my job? My job is to do my job at my best. Even though we may like each other beyond it, we may resonate, my job is first and foremost to be your chiropractor. To understand that they never, ever, 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 ever get it. And that my job is to make sure they get it and continue to get it every time they're on the table. And when you learn that lesson and you get that and you own it, you know what? Magic starts to happen. Because the people that you thought that got it, they get it more. And they tend to be more excited and more enthusiastic, right? You stop, if you will, you stop watering the flower and it doesn't flourish. All of a sudden you keep watering the flower and the flower can flourish. The flower gets bigger, it gets more beautiful. And you forget that. You think, well, they got it, okay, you know what, I don't need to talk chiropractic with them, I'm going to talk chiropractic with them. And you're not even consciously thinking that. You just realize, you know, hey, listen, I'm going to start talking about that because I got some familiarity with it, right? And then you forget, wow, geez, you know what, they stopped watering the flower and they lost their value of chiropractic, right? Whereas if I keep watering that relationship, not only do they stay, they're excited and enthusiastic. They become warriors for chiropractic. They become warriors for your mission and what your purpose is for your office. You got to keep, if you will, watering your patients. You got to keep giving them, like Sid Williams taught me, that little something extra, right? You got to just keep doing it each and every time you see them on the table. You earn your right. You earn your privilege to be their chiropractor every time you touch them, every time you talk to them, every time you see them. And when you own that and you get that and you realize, wait, that's my primary responsibility, you'll have a better relationship with them. You think it was good before with familiarity, you get a better relationship with them when you nurture and water it. So that was my biggest mistake. That's what I've learned. Listen, guys, like our videos, share them. Like them and share them. Put them in some groups. A couple other things. I'm a coach. We run Chiropractic Consulting. I've had the greatest mentors in my life. I would love for you guys to be part of our movement. I would love for you guys to be part of our group in Chiropractic Consulting. Hit the link above, register for a free coaching call with me. It's 30 minutes. It gets you to our Acuity website, and you can just pick the time that works best for you, and we'll get on a call. That's number one. Number two, you can join us in Oklahoma. We got a big event coming up in Oklahoma City. It's going to be on November 6th, November 7th. We start Friday at 4, so even if you want to do some hours on Friday, if you're still working on Friday, and then we go right into a party. You get to meet the whole gang. It's a riot, a lot of fun. We got CE credits as well, 9, and then you could go all day Saturday. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. We're going to talk about what? Clarity, certainty, communication, practice management. We got a CA breakout. It's huge. You're ready to join the program? Click the website, chiropassionconsulting.com, and we've got a couple of different programs that make your membership affordable and easy. It makes it affordable and easy, and there's a platform for you to join the program and be part of Chiropassion Consulting. We do weekly calls and webinars. We have 700 videos on how to run the office and how to handle anything from hiring somebody to educating staff to educating patients to how to do a checkup, how to market, how to bring more people in. I mean, we've pretty much got everything covered that you can imagine. And we have some affiliates with some other companies that are just absolutely fantastic. So however you want to do it, reach out to me, get on a call. If you're ready to join, go right to the website, join the program. We've got a couple of programs. There's no contract. So you hang with us. If you like it, great. If not, then, we're all friends and we move forward. My relationship with you as a chiropractor and a colleague is far more important than a business relationship, okay? Love and appreciate you guys. Hey, have a great day hitting it. Have a great day serving it. Live your life with passion. Better yet, guys, live your life with what? I can hear you saying it. Live your life with chiropassion. See you guys in Oklahoma. Can't wait for you guys to join the program. Talk to you soon.